Michelle, I'll start with you in the latest news, though. The fact that China actually responded to this whole growing list of countries imposing these more restrictions just goes to show how sensitive this issue is right now.
The issue is incredibly sensitive, and it's not entirely scientifically driven at this point, right? The variants that we're seeing circulating in China are variants that we've already seen everywhere else in the world, and we know that there is huge amounts of virus everywhere in the world. So the risk of people coming in from China being positive for COVID is likely high, but also it's not as though the people who would be exposed to those travelers haven't already been exposed to that virus multiple times, probably have already been immunized, probably have already been infected themselves. So when you start looking more broadly at the point, what the goal is of these kind of tests and limitations, it does raise questions about whether scientifically you're doing anything helpful by putting all this effort and putting all these restrictions on travelers from China.
Well, let's get a personal, on-the-ground view, because Shuli Ren, of course, is here with us in Hong Kong, but you were just on the ground in Shanghai.
Yes, I went to Shanghai to see my family at the end of November. So I saw through, by the time I came out of quarantine, I saw through the rapid China reopening, the entire Shanghai turning to a party town. And the 3 weeks after that, my view is that China's biggest cities have already hit herd immunity. I don't know of any family that has not caught COVID at this point. So I think, by the time China really reopens on January 8th, it's kind of pointless to ask for PCR tests because everyone has recovered from COVID already.
And Michelle, we had a story about how crematoriums in China are basically, bodies are piling up there. Is this a huge gamble for China to reopen this quickly? And I think all China watchers are watching this and are really quite amazed by how quickly they have.
China really went from one extreme to the other. No other country has done what China did in terms of COVID-0, keeping Omicron out for an entire year. It is truly astonishing. And now no one has gone quite as far as China has in having absolutely no mitigation measures, no vaccine requirements, no mask mandates. They have gone all the way. Now, they did wait. They were able to push it back until Omicron, the less virulent variant came. Yeah. So they probably did protect some of their people that way. But now they're going to be paying the cost on the back end of that, which we're seeing at the crematoriums, these huge, shocking numbers. And as Shuli pointed out, every family is being affected by this at this point. But the other side of it is now the whole world is even. Omicron has leveled the playing field in China. We're all in the same place. We're all going forward now, looking for variants, and hopefully the whole world can row in the same direction, trying to get this virus under control.
Shuli, do we come out of this? Is it a bet? Well, bet worth making is it's in hindsight. Do you think it works out, the bet?
Well, I think at this point, a lot of Chinese have lost confidence in the government. People feel that, Omicron has been around for 1 year, right? For 11 months, everybody was doing PCR tests every other day. And then on the 12th month of 2022, everyone had COVID. So, I think, in my view, a lot of Chinese just feel relieved, right? Like, it's been 3 years, they're so sick of COVID-0, they rather get sick. But on the other hand, the trust in the government is gone.
And yeah, I have to wonder then, do you think that you're going to see that huge sort of consumption boost? If people are really, really glad that this is over now, are we going to see that big consumption? Are people really going to head to Europe and buy luxury, once again?
I think so. Like a case in point, I was heading around on Christmas Eve, and that was at the height of Shanghai's peak infection. And I saw like 2 dozens of young people lining up in front of Chanel, trying to buy Christmas gifts for their girlfriends or whatever. And some of them looked visibly sick, and and they were still shopping. Yeah, that's quite some commitment to your girlfriends. And also, like, I have friends who are buying new SUVs because they want to take road trips, friends who are already buying tickets to Japan, to New Zealand. I do see that on the luxury end, there is going to be a rebound.
So very quickly, Shuli, this market rally, do you think it has legs because of this exuberance you've noticed, anecdotally, of course?
Sentimentally, yes, there is. But I think ultimately China will have to deal with a much higher risk premium because of the 0 to 100 COVID pivot.